Welcome to another episode of Ruff Talk VR, a weekly podcast with in-depth game reviews, exclusive developer interviews, and the latest MetaQuest and virtual reality news. We join our hosts, the father-son team of D. Scruffles and Stratus today, as they spend another episode breaking down and discussing the world of virtual reality.
Hey, welcome to this episode of Ruff Talk VR, coming at you to kick off the week with another edition of VR news, but I do have to spoil. We have a fun interview dropping later this week.
I thought you were going to say funny.
Oh, well, it is funny. Should we spoil it? Should we say? I think it would be good.
Yeah.
Let's
go
say
for
it.
it.
We're going to be talking with the creator, the world builder, the founder of Soapstone Comedy Club of Horizon Worlds. And I know Horizon Worlds isn't everyone's favorite due to the way it's pushed oftentimes in the headset.
Yes, but
The reality is the individual world creators don't really control that. I can't fault the worlds themselves for how they're pushed. That's out of their control. And when you look at the available Horizon Worlds, the concept of a comedy club might be one of the absolute coolest. I mean, we're both very big stand-up comedy fans, so we're not exactly
my whole life.
the weekend Warrior Horizon Worlds fans by any means. We're not there on a random Tuesday or anything, but when we heard, interview with Soapstone Comedy, like that's one I can really get behind. The thought of somebody might be a little socially anxious or scared to go up their first time. That's where they can kind of like break their ground with trying out comedy. That's really cool concept.
I confirmed what I hoped it was, thought it was, and it has my seal of approval of a decent club.
Would you? I can't believe I'm saying this. Think I'm going to go check it out. Like I'm going to be in Horizon Worlds.
Really,
I'm definitely going to be in there.
10 million. Well, his particular club always piqued my interest anyways.
Now it's just,
And I just, I admittingly, like, do I have to go? Do we not have comedy clubs around us? But after speaking with them,
yeah, maybe we'll even have
Doesn't
to put
hurt.
together a couple.
and there is, people learn there's
couple minutes.
2 different areas technically, right? You
Two
can go
different
to-
clubs.
Yeah, so there's like an 18 plus and then a
10 plus.
10 plus. So with that comes 10 plus content.
Yeah.
But you'll hear it.
It's a good interview. It's
personally, I think it's a great interview, but
fun. It flew by, to be honest with you.
again, I'm a little biased.
So I'm excited to drop that later this week. I'll say Wednesday or Thursday. It's probably going to be Wednesday, but I won't. I don't want to contractually
It's like a
obligate
game
myself
coming out.
on air.
We're not putting a hard date on it.
Yeah,
It's
sometimes
coming this week.
sometimes unforeseen delays happen in the podcasting world, just like the gaming world. But stay tuned for that. That's a fun one.
Yeah, he was cool.
And then I actually meant to talk about this a bit last week, but Table Troopers, which I we've put a couple YouTube videos out of.
Yep.
One of you smoking me in PvP.
Yeah, but that out of fairness, that was with everything starting unlocked.
Yeah, we've since learned you should probably go in and
that was just that was our first couple of times playing it. Like legitimately, it's not like we played it for a couple of weeks and then we're like, all right, let's do a video.
Mm-hmm.
Where if we do a video tomorrow,
we're much more.
We're starting like you should.
Yeah, but
earn your weapons, not.
We've done 2 total videos on it, the PvP, and then we did one of...
Because it's unfair, dude. Whoever goes first gets that first kill
bazookaing
guaranteed.
me. Yeah, it was ruthless.
Right in the face.
And then we also did a video of the first chapter, which is basically like the tutorial, but Table Troopers, made by developer Cosmorama, which I absolutely love the name.
Steal of a price, dude.
Yeah, it's $10. Even Inferno in our Discord.
Not even $9.99 plus tax.
There you go.
$10.61 for us. Right?
Yeah, that variation of cent change will depend on your local taxes and regulations and such. But Inferno in our Discord, always appreciate Inferno's input. He comes in this morning on Sunday and he goes like, I grabbed Table Troopers. I can't believe it's only $10. Like, that's such a steal. Anyone that's ever played Worms, the gameplay is essentially Worms, just skinned differently. That's the easiest way I would... Like, if you've ever played Worms, you'll know what to expect with this game. It's turn-based, you move one piece at a time, and there's destructible environments, and you try to kill all the other enemies. Same gameplay loop as Worms, except instead of worms, you can be chicken. They have humanoids. They have
test dummy,
and hot dogs.
And the gangsters.
Yes.
Oh
my goodness, man. The game is so good with different levels and environments. So pretty straightforward gameplay loop, turn-based, try to eliminate the other team. There's various weapons that you'll pick up, like bazookas.
There's strategy involved. and environment damage.
The destructible environment is a highlight of this game.
Use that to
me.
your advantage, by the way.
Yeah,
You can knock someone. You might not be able to hit them, but you can knock the earth out from near them, and then they'll. I mean, what happens? You slide in, you fall in the water,
and then instant death. It's better than hitting them directly.
Yeah.
But there's bazookas, pistols, a fish, grenades, sniper, some like airdrop or
booster pack, airdrop.
Yeah, jetpack. So there's a lot of different things to select. What we were referencing at the start when we started the PvP, we loaded in with every weapon already in our inventory.
Mm-hmm.
So you went first and just pointed a bazooka, which it's a bazooka. It's accurate, like to what a bazooka would do damage wise. And you just point blank launch my guy. Do a bunch of damage, but you hit him point blank with a bazooka. He went flying into the water
across the screen
both times.
And they don't use like a closing circle on you for round. They sink the world.
Mm-hmm.
So if you like try to drag it out, or just like, because if it's 1v1 and you're across the map from each other, you could literally, like a chess game, it's like, yeah, that's a draw, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But no, they've made it so there will never be a draw. And then you could find yourself accidentally, because this happened once we were playing, you move and you accidentally were too close to an edge and you slip in the water.
It's physics.
Yeah.
So be mindful, like you said before, be mindful of the environment. And it's standardly mixed reality, but you can play it in VR as well. And it's done on a tabletop. So they do it right with moving the tabletop. You can just turn it around, move it to your way.
We'll call it intuitive tabletop movement.
Demio style.
Not Civ style.
Yeah.
They're not inventing something. Double click your right stick and you can move it. No, just grab it and move it.
Yeah. It makes it's VR.
Tight little graphics. We need more of these. These are like table games.
Yeah. And for $10, it's a perfect price. There's also multiplayer, which you can do 1v1. You can do 1v1 with bots. Or you can do up to 3 or 4 different players. I should know off the top of my head, but
we have not experienced the. I think we were supposed to pick up a third.
Yeah, we should. We should go in there.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely going in there. I want to do a little single player though.
Oh well,
not that I have beef with multi.
Getting into that in the single player, you can do quick matches, but there's also a campaign. That's why you want to do it.
Yeah,
like I said, the first chapter is like pretty much all tutorial.
Figure by the time I'm done with that, it's like I'm going to be a beast in the multi.
If it's anything like the first chapter,
you'll know the maps too. You might even figure out, is it really
sweet
random
spots
where the chests fall every round, or is it pretty consistent?
You're probably going to fall in love with weapons that you didn't think you would strategically as well too. So
I love the bazooka.
Well, that's easy to know right off the start.
That and airdrops.
Yeah,
grenades are mint.
And they do the tutorial great, where the first couple levels of chapter 1 is teaching you a bunch of things, and they end chapter 1 with kind of like a scrimmage, like you do an actual match or two. So it's a great first chapter.
Very easy to pick up, dude.
Yeah, they did it good.
Even with no instruction, it's very limited, and it's like, okay, you either move or you pick a weapon.
You know what's funny? It's early access technically. I don't get an early access feel from this.
I think early access is being used a little graciously nowadays as a protectant of bugs.
You know what? I've had no performance issues in bugs.
No. Nothing.
It's polished to me.
No lag, no glitch, no nothing.
I think they only have the early access label, not because of functionality, but because they want more content in there, is my guess.
Oh, dude.
But it's not early access in terms of performance.
The only thing that'll hurt it for longevity is not having enough content. So I without even talking to them, I would guess there's already new maps coming. There's new
chapters.
There's going to be new weapons. There's going to be new campaign
game
stuff.
modes.
There's going to be new stuff, so we'll see.
Imagine a capture the flag mode in this, because it would make sense, right?
Yeah, King of the Hill.
Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff you could do. Yeah, dude, this game is. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of it.
It works.
Good. Yeah,
and the price is an absolute steal.
So if you like that type of turn-based strategy or Worms, if you ever played Worms, that's definitely the best comparison of it. I mean, dude, home run, steal for $9.99. And then another one I was excited to see. This was actually posted in our Discord this morning, but I did see it organically on the socials as well too. Because you know me, I'm following Underdogs everywhere possible on socials, and as should you. Underdogs, one of the best VR games in my opinion. If you were to make like
still holds up
a top 10 list, they have to fall into it. It's one of the few games that you get mad when I say it's gorilla tag movement. not legitimately get
It's
mad,
not.
but you push back. You go, no, it's Underdogs movement.
It's fucking mech movement. Bro.
Yeah, you go, it's its own thing. You know, it's because we're not typically
Its own category. It's not a roguelite.
It works for this game, that style of movement.
It's Underdogs.
It's a single player game, and they've been, you know, we even talked with Dave a while ago on the podcast, and he was talking about
That's
the
a crazy
interest.
dude.
He's awesome.
I recommend people listen to that interview.
That's a fun interview. Yeah.
How
Dave
cool was
from
it to meet him in
Hamza.
person?
Yeah, he was freaking
I
awesome.
thought of that the other day.
Nah, dude, they were a highlight of Gamescom to me. Such cool people. We only talked with Dave on the podcast, but the rest of the developers we met at Gamescom from their team were really cool too.
Dude, I got that awesome freaking Underdog shirt that I don't want to wear.
I was wearing it the other day,
I
admittedly.
don't want to wear it.
Yeah, it's a good shirt.
I won't. I think it's a medium.
Really?
Yeah. So I can't.
Well,
Well,
you going
I
to,
can.
You play enough Underdogs,
I
you
just
will.
look like that guy.
Although I feel like Underdogs get you swole. But one of our favorite games, they've been teasing for a while that they want to do multiplayer. Then they announced that they are officially working on it. And they came out with an update on it yesterday. Yesterday being Saturday.
An update on the work, not the game.
Yes, update on the works, the progress of it. They announced that they had to pretty much scrap their mech that's in the game currently, the Gorilla mech.
Doesn't work.
And they said it's just not the best for PvP. They said the tracking of the punches is weird, the movement of it's weird. It's a little too slow, I think they said. So they made a new mech for multiplayer, teased that there's others coming too, and just pretty much did a status update on it. It's coming. I mean, like, it's not out, it's not available yet.
I mean, they show proof of concept graphics, not like at all finished, but like movement and what mech size looks like. I kind of got from it.
And like the logic that they gave.
It's a good update. It's a little teaser.
I understood the logic too of why they couldn't keep the Gorilla mech. That doesn't like kill my, like, that doesn't even bother me.
I don't need multiplayer as bad as my enjoyability of the game. I'm curious how it plays out. I know when we talked to him, it was discussed.
I wonder if it's a game mode, DLC, new game. What do you think?
I don't know.
Free update,
I
DLC. I feel like they deserve money for this.
Oh my God, yeah, dude.
Sell a multiplayer pass. What do you do? New game?
I don't know. I mean, it ties
Underdogs
into
Arena?
right?
Underdogs Arena?
Is this what your dude? Is it going to tie into the lore? Like, is this what your dude does when he's not? When he's not killing mechs, he's out there.
Is it a different dude?
Killing mechs?
Are you a different dude? Are you
I
going to
don't know.
customize the way your character looks, your
Is it
avatar?
so I don't know. Is it the
So
same
many-
lore? Because his lore is pretty. It's pretty locked
I feel
in.
like that for multiplayer. You know how like
that world he's got, dude. It's
Think like-
real. You know what I'm saying?
think like GTA Online. You go into online mode, then you make your own character. You don't use Trevor or Michael or anything like that. I feel like that's what you got to do for Underdogs. You can't bring in the existing single player character to multiplayer.
I don't know why you would.
You got to let them make your own.
Why would
character.
I waste my time fighting?
Yeah, no,
little
I'm with you.
scrubs like
you got to
that?
you got to make your own character for multiplayer. So then, do you do a same game? Do you do a game mode? How do you?
I don't know.
What
What I like is if they're doing ground up, which they are, from their own words. That means we're probably going to get unique weapons to the new mechs, not just carryover weapons that we're accustomed to. So I feel like personally, it's a whole brand new game. I'm kind of with you though. I don't know if it should be a DLC.
They deserve money for it.
Well, either way, I think they're going to get money for it. But
You think it should be its own title? The problem is it went bad for. I can't say it went bad. I don't know the actual numbers, anything like that. My perception is it didn't go well for Demio Battles to do a standalone title. Of course, apples to oranges, different games.
animal? Yeah. I mean, but I'm kind of on that same bandwagon
It's like, what do you do?
with Demio Battles. It didn't
I
it
understood.
didn't hit me as good as Demio, so because of that, and that's something, I don't think it's the fault of coming out with a second game. It's just
that
coming out
specific
with
title.
such a hit that look at Rockstar, right? We know that when Rockstar does a game, they go into it knowing that their next game has to be better, right? Which is just like ludicrous. Of course, you want it to be, but no, their case is it has to be. Underdogs is such a great freaking game by itself that if the multiplayer doesn't live up to that same level or past it, it doesn't matter whether it's a DLC or it's a part 2. It's like it's a tough act to follow. That's where I think it gets hard for some games. Because Demio Battles is a great freaking game, right?
Mm-hmm. It just
if I had
didn't catch
never
on,
played Demio, and if we had played Demio Battles and there was no such thing, dude, it's fantastic. But Demio I challenge anybody to say Demio's not better.
And here's also a pushback that I'll give on my last statement. Thrill the Fight 2 launches as a new title, multiplayer only,
Early access,
and is killing it. And they did one could say, why didn't they just add the multiplayer for beta to the first one? So, and it's caught on.
It deserved.
And Thrill the Fight 2 is in both Thrill the Fights are in the top selling games. So it's worked out for them.
Yeah.
So if you want my opinion,
there's also not a lot of competition in that.
I think they should do a $9.99
standalone
Underdogs Arena. Call it something like that. That's my thought. Then you can do sales, bundling them together. So good stuff. I'm glad to see that update from Underdogs.
Yeah,
Hamza,
I think we got
to hear me out. I think we got to get Dave back on.
It's a little early.
Maybe a couple months from now we'll get him on as a little update. How things are coming. Now might be the time to get him on to steer him in the direction too, you know?
Well, here's my thing. I think what we were shown isn't current.
You think that was maybe a couple months ago?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think we need to get Dave on.
All right. He's a
Let me see what we can do.
He's a smart one, dude.
Let me see what we can do.
Yeah. Well, I think Dave's worth talking to.
Fun last week, like I said, Table Troopers, meant to talk about that last week, but then also the news of Underdogs multiplayer in the news. I hear your Discord stuff going on.
Yeah, it's rare when I keep Discord open.
Yeah. As well as
I'm a lurker.
The boxing Underdog.
You don't
beta.
think I'm reading? I'm reading. I'll shut that off though.
But we will. I think this is probably a good time. You want to go into our Patreon shout out before we go too crazy onto things? We really don't have a loaded list of things. I think it's like 4 things each or something like that. So this next part will probably fly by after we've talked about our past week. But as always,
sometimes the past week can be a little better than the news.
I've seen it take up half the episode before. It happens. So as always, huge shout out to our Patreon supporters that help keep the lights on. We have some big events that we're planning for later this year. Perhaps some whispers of another showcase at the end of the year. And we're talking about a fun streaming event. We're just working out a catchy name. I think we have one kind of figured out, but I won't say the name until...
I want to get into streaming.
Yeah. And we have some projects we're working on in the back end, and we have an idea to do a really big streaming event in the next couple months. So
free time is not what we need. So
stay tuned for that. But in this time being, it's really our Patreon supporters keeping our lights on.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Really funding the show, and your support is really appreciated. So as always, huge shout out to our Patreon supporters on our on-air shout out tier. We have Asim, Amelia, Carson, Esper Mike, Jake, Crispy, Shoes, Tom, and Chris. Thank you all for your continued support week after week, month after month. And as always, huge thank you to all of you that tune in and listen to our rambles of the industry. And I must plug. I have to plug. It's such a great place. I'd be crazy to not plug. I do it every week. If you're a fan of the podcast, definitely check out the Ruff Talk VR Discord. Awesome community. I know last week we shouted out our new mod, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was all good.
I think the title changed. Mm-hmm. Color changed for the.
So it's a great community. Keep it non-toxic. Awesome VR discussion, events, hangouts.
I'm not going to lie.
They even did a hangout this morning.
It really is a well-run channel. I mean, I'm saying that.
Yes, it's our community, but it is.
I look more than I partake, right? That's just, and go to any channel I'm in.
Most people do.
And I'm like, shit, this shit is just, it's a cool place to be. It's very encouraging. If you got a hobby and if there's more than 2 or 3 people that share the same hobby and someone catches wind of it, you will get your own channel. We have
like the
racing
channel.
We have the Vroom Vroom channel for for racing.
F1 and all that racing. Yeah.
It's some serious shit going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, there's just something for everybody. So I'm grateful to be part of that in any capacity, even if it is just more spectator than I take no credit for running that show.
So huge thank you to all the, our awesome mod team. Huge thank you to all the participants that, it's the activity there that make it a great place. Exactly. So if you're a fan of the show, check out the Patreon, check out the Discord, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, comment, smash that like button, all of that important stuff, all that stuff that feeds the YouTube algorithm.
You know what I like a lot about our Discord?
What's that?
You never know who's popping in.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. 100%.
Sometimes they're like, oh my God, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's a great place to be.
Yep.
So thank you again to all of our listeners and supporters.
Space Plan update.
Oh,
or Rocket Plan.
Please.
It's crushing.
For Envy.
She is crushing it.
It's a she now?
Well,
it's always been a she.
It's always been a she. That's how it works for me. Gives fruit. It's a she. Or I'll just put it this way: the best plants I'll grow are females. How's that? We'll just read into it what you want. But no, it went from, I think I sent you where I posted in Discord the first pick I had versus the other day I took a night pick and I'm like, that's a different plant.
It's growing.
Oh yeah, it's greened out. The leaves are coming in nice. I'm thinking
you're gonna get fruit.
I'm thinking I will. It's
you weren't thinking at first
you can pull it off through August. It isn't always the best fruit, but I'm just looking for the seeds.
Yeah, you don't need a tasty one this year. Well, you want a tasty one.
Don't get it wrong. I don't even know what tomato. They could be big tomatoes, cherry tomato. I don't know. No clue what's coming.
Just one massive
thing look like a pumpkin.
The tomato.
Seeds the size of your fist. We got a problem. So if I can get one tomato, which realistically with, the whole month of August left, even into September, because they can grow them into October, really, I think we're good. And I'm going to harvest as many seeds. And then Stewie had asked for some seeds.
Stewie, who pops in our YouTube a lot. Maybe we'll see him in our YouTube live later.
Said his wife has a garden. So I already told him
seeds.
Just if I get seeds, I'll be more than happy to share them with whoever wants them.
I'm the space tomato guy.
I'm the space guy. I don't know. We'll see.
So thank you for
Rocket Plant.
Thank you for that update. I don't want to ever forget
so
that.
Stupid.
Send me a picture too, so I'll throw it on the background of the video.
Yeah. I took a nighttime pic. I thought it looked nice.
And to formally kick off the actual news,
the actual VR stuff.
Yes,
not our botany section.
Spotify has officially launched an app on the Meta Quest Horizon Store. Sorry, the Meta Horizon Store to be accurate with naming conventions these days. The app is technically what I would describe as a skinned version of the web browser. There's a few apps that do this, like the Xbox Cloud Gaming app is technically the web browser skinned as an app. But in my experience, it functions a lot better. They call these progressive wet apps. Progressive. They're very moist. Progressive wet web apps. A PWA.
Why is that even a word?
I don't know why that's tongue tying me.
Why would somebody even make that?
But anyway, it pretty much you click it and it hyperlinks directly to the website. But like I said, it tends to function a bit better. Spotify is now available as an app on your device, which means you can run it in the background very easily while you're playing other games. You can listen to podcasts like the Ruff Talk VR podcast while you're playing your favorite VR game, or you can listen to music. Spotify, I need not say anything about the user base style or size. A lot of people have Spotify subscriptions and their playlists through there. This is definitely
there's an anti-Apple
a positive. Yeah, this is a positive move in the direction. I'm glad to see it's out. Like I said, listen to your favorite podcast, listen to your favorite music natively in your headset while you're playing games and stuff too.
Amazingly, and it's newsworthy. I didn't think it was going to be as big newsworthy as I saw more of that this past week being shared around and people excited about it than pretty much anything else, which is kind of crazy.
No, I mean, it's one of those things that
it's a good convenience though.
You don't think it's like a must have, but then when you kind of going through the boxes of are you able to do this? Are you able to do this? You go, where's the Spotify functionality? It's just like a lot of people want to see something like this for Discord. That's one of the biggest asks. So I think that's the next on the list You know that meme of the Grim Reaper going door to door?
Yeah.
I think the next one on the list is the Discord. But no, this was cool. I was happy to see that.
Oh, that'd be huge.
People dude, it's crazy that Discord's not a native app on the headset. It's quite bonkers.
Who owns Discord?
Discord.
That's their DBA.
Well, like I think there's nobody owns them. They're independent. They're indie devs. No, I'm just kidding. I joke that because some indie companies that make a lot of money call themselves indie devs just because no one owns them. Yeah, it's owned by Discord Inc.
Okay.
Discord owns Discord.
I'm shocked nobody's tried to buy it.
I'm just so shocked that it's not on the Quest natively. Like you can sideload it and stuff, but like you should be able to go on the Quest store.
Just reminds me of like IRC.
Oh, it's
just
IRC 2.0.
Yep. Just a much more user friendly. Dude, Counter-Strike days, we had to you had to have someone in that channel 24 hours a day.
Otherwise it would close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had bots, we had humans, we had a whole program in place.
What was it called? Vent? Oh man, what was it called?
Was it the talk program?
Yeah.
Ventrilo. Yeah. I used to have a 32 server Ventrilo.
Used to use those for MMO gaming all the time. Like Guild Wars and stuff.
And what was cool is if you were in our clan, well, it was for international. So we'd set up channels because people would invite their family in because you could talk for, you talk for free. And not everyone, we're going way back. Cheaper than a phone call. And the quality, dude, of intro was great. No,
there's a reason it was the standard.
Yep.
And Discord's kind of taking that over too. Discord does the audio too. Discord's just coming in, just been.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of it. I like Discord.
I'm not upset about it. It's got its place for really anything. Anything you do. Anywho. So for Beat Saber fans, except for those on PlayStation VR 2, because this is the second now shock drop that's come out that you won't be able to partake in. This one's Sabrina Carpenter's Espresso. It's out. It's $1.99.
If you don't know the song, I guarantee you've heard it on social media videos.
It's $1.99.
Fair price.
Upload VR is considering it one of the catchiest songs of all time. Although it did win a Grammy in 2025, it is. I mean, it's catchy. I won't lie, but it's out $1.99. They've been pretty much dropping these. It's the 5th in 9 months, so we can anticipate there'll be another one or two before the end of the year. Enjoy. The downside, what?
I'll give everyone on the licensing side credit. $1.99 is fair for a song of that side.
Well, not just that. They're getting off cheap this time because they're reusing Britney Spears' environment. So they saved themselves a boat ton of money on this one.
How do you feel about that?
I'm really not cool with it.
You think it should always be a new environment, right? I'm with you.
It's one of the things I enjoy is both the quality of the redub and then whatever, what environment am I getting? It doesn't even have to be, they've proven it too. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just fits.
I'd pay an extra $1 for an environment.
So I feel like that is either like something now I'm going to watch for every release. Like, are we reusing now all our environments? And we're just saving money anymore? Or are we just seeing the decline of the quality of Beat Saber?
I don't know. That's a weird one.
It's a strange.
Was that going to be your downside thing that you were going to mention?
That's my downside. Unless I'm misunderstanding it. Maybe I made it up. The officially available, it reuses the Britney Spears environment rather than getting its own.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest fan of that, but I am a fan of $1.99. But there's
I love
two
that they brought
here.
it.
No PSVR 2.
Yeah.
And reused environment. Very weird decisions
Beat Saber
going
doors
on.
are getting
very weird.
Club is getting close.
Very weird.
Very close. I'm my concern level is like I have a rock eyebrow.
Well, I agree with what you said. If keep an eye out for the next shock drop if that's a recurring thing.
Yeah. Or if do they do that because they're like, look,
maybe shock drops don't get their own environment anymore.
Yeah.
But like the full
we're
DLC
trying to
packs
sell these
do.
for $1.99, not $4.99.
Yeah, maybe full DLC packs will get a new environment, but not shock drops. We'll see, but it's something to keep an eye on for future drops. But huge props to them for securing that one. That's a big name.
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter, no joke.
Espresso. Everyone's heard that. So
everyone's drank it.
Speaking of, much similar to Sabrina Carpenter, Espresso, it is not music that is for on my playlist or anything. It's not music I listen to. but I will respect the popularity of it. Animal Company, a VR game, is really not my style of game, but I cannot deny their success. They've crushed it in, actual game and marketing, and it's one of the most viral games on YouTube for VR right now. Like, the game looks like a Gorilla Tag-esque game, but then you dive a bit into the company, you look into them, and there's a lot of prestigious people behind it, including former producers on Shell Games. Like, they went in
they're
here.
doing, dude.
Yes, this is what might look
so
like
psychologically made.
I was gonna say the same thing. It looks like a visually unpolished game, but it's really like a detailed analysis of the industry, and like they went in and they knew what worked on every little detail and put this together. When you look at the results of the game, that's my impression. The game, they announced, beyond being one of the most played games on the store, they announced that they now have 1 million monthly users. And of those million monthly users, they hit 500K daily active users. That's insane.
I am not surprised by this.
For a VR game, it is free to play, but obviously there's in-app purchases. They use Gorilla Tag movement with a gameplay loop, which I kind of mess with this. I'm kind of open to this. The gameplay loop is similar to a flat screen game called Lethal Company. In Lethal Company, you go in, you explore scary looking environments, and then you got to get loot and fend off creatures and stuff in this game. So, I mean, dude, I'll give them credit. It works. It looks like not the most well put it together game, but their success is for a reason. It was number 3 on top earning last week. Like, dude, cannot deny their success. It's not for me. It's not the game I'm going into.
Mm-hmm.
Of the Gorilla
Good
Tag
numbers.
games, a roguelike style, Lethal Company, I can get behind, but I'm definitely still not going to be hopping in there. You know what's cool though to see? Speaking of free to play, there were only 2 games that beat it this past week on the top selling.
Yeah.
Beat Saber was number 2. And number 1, top selling last week, not to steal the thunder, just because we love the devs.
Mm-hmm.
Another game that's not our game, Yeeps.
Yeeps
announced they launched their Yeeps 2.0 and hit number 1 on the store. So congrats to them.
Dude, they're going to be doing shit for years.
Love the team.
And they'll do whatever direction they want.
We knew
Couldn't
them when they
look
were
2 more polar opposite games they have out.
We knew them when they were just Gods of Gravity on the store,
Still
just
a great game.
floating around on App Lab. And now look at them.
Crushing it. though.
Number 1 on the store, dude. That makes me smile.
All of 20 years old?
Dude.
Is he 21 now? No, they're some young blood, but what they bring to the table is kind of a knowing what that generation wants, and they proved it.
When we talked to Jack and Nathan,
Just proved it.
You said it right after the interview, like there's something special.
Mm-hmm.
And then they had that guy Steve with them that was much more of the business side, which was very good, I'm sure, for them
It's
at
like
their
their older
age.
brother.
Yeah. Clearly they know what they're doing.
Dude, they knew what they were doing in high school.
Yeah. So huge props to Animal Company on their daily active users number. 500K in a day is insane. And huge props to Yeeps 2.0 on hitting number 1 on the store.
Nice. So out in the wild, it came out in early access, but now we're officially out of early access. Good to see when a game actually does that.
They graduated.
For a whopping $9.99. I'll save the title, holding a 4.7 with 103, which, all things considered is pretty damn good. Beatable. Mixed reality rhythm game. Play it right on any tabletop surface, hand tracking. Kind of brings its own unique thing. So it's in the wild. You're getting double the amount of songs. You're going to be able to make custom levels, import your own music.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not playing, dude. They came out of the gate with some pretty big changes from when it was actually just early access.
Okay, I need to go back in.
Yeah,
we played it when it first dropped.
%. And that actually comes from XR Games. Folks from Starship Troopers.
It's a very different title.
Oh my God. But I love when studios do that.
And I believe they collaborated with a content creator, Nacy, on this as well. So that was cool to see. $9.99 still feels
Dude.
very cheap for the game.
It's a little, yeah.
I feel like $14.99 is what
Yeah.
I was leaning.
Yeah. I'm not asking them to change. I think it's a great consumer price for.
I'm just surprised to see it.
It's lower than I honestly thought. It was more.
But $9.99 is fair. It's palatable. I mean, it's a hard price to say
It's
no
got
to.
replayability for sure.
Yeah, for if you're a rhythm game
That's no
fan,
joke.
for $9.99, the cost of some DLC packs of other games, it's worth the cost to add another one to your library.
Buy that Metallica DLC, you get
Beatable 2 times over.
Yep, easily.
You'll get beat
Almost
twice. So, no, that's cool. Awesome to see them go from early access to full launch, and hopefully they crush it.
I think they're going to do well.
Good review numbers, like you said.
And again, they brought one of the concerns with rhythm games because, oh my God, zombie game, rhythm game, right? Is what are you bringing that's going to be different that hasn't been done?
Hand tracking drumming is
out.
pretty cool. I mean,
And being able to play on a solid surface is legit.
you know, there's Unplugged with the hand tracking, but there's not that many. And then Maestro with hand tracking. but
Unplugg's the OG.
there's not many hand
And
tracking rhythm games.
I don't think they're getting the credit
I think
that
like
they deserve.
hand drums is such a no-brainer concept. It's almost surprising it took this long. You know what I mean?
Why don't we have bongos yet?
That's basically what this is.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
But you
it's
want the
their
full
own-
bongo.
Yeah, this is their own.
You want bongos.
I want like
Yeah. That's beatable. You want bongos.
Desi Arnaz
So
full band.
cool stuff, though. Congrats, XR Games, on their
Yeah.
full launch, and you know, it's a
Successful,
fun
too.
game. I'll definitely go check it out again. So this was cool to see. I always like when we get some inside looks on the Meta Reality Labs research team, what they're working on for hardware and stuff. It's rare they tease it, but sometimes they do.
They do for a reason.
And keep in mind, these are just proof of concept prototypes. It feels like oftentimes what they do is they go, what's the max we can get of this specific spec? And like this specific thing, you know, the best lens we can do, there's the best field of whatever, and then they just max it out, and it's just a proof of concept. It'll probably never be sold. But they did show off 2 prototype headsets with ultra wide field of view, which field of view is one of the few complaints that, you know, people that are hardcore users of VR, it's understandable. The Quest does have a smaller field of view in comparison to some higher end headsets cost wise. And it's just one of those things that people go, what would we like to see over time? You know, more processing power and, you know, definitely more field of view. So it's awesome to see that Meta's team is even researching that and looking into it, even if this headset itself doesn't become a reality. And they just look really cool, really futuristic. The prototypes they told there's no like side strap or like face gasket tight to your face, but it's a prototype. I'm sure if this design ever actually did hit the market, it would be like a fully designed headset. This is just to show the field of view possibilities.
I mean, is that even real or AI?
No, it's real.
It is real.
Meta put out a video of it.
All right.
I know Meta does have their AI.
I saw well, what a time to flex. So
What?
real, we tricked you. I liked the actual field of view point though.
Yeah.
It was a pretty.
Oh, they showed some like this is the Quest
Yeah.
field of view, and this is what.
And at
this-
first, at the first glance, I was like, it's not really as drastic. And then I was like, you know what? That's actually
there's a
that
nice,
makes a difference.
if you go to Upload VR's website, they
One
have
of those you don't know
GIF
what
of
you're
it on
missing
the- on the
unless you
article.
see it. You know.
Yeah, they do. Look at that Quest 3 field of view right there. Look
Mhm.
at that. Oh, the Quest 3
Yeah.
field of view. Come on,
I'm thinking of like games where,
shooters.
looking around,
Even puzzle games.
it's going to be very helpful.
Seeing your environment. So it's cool that even if this doesn't come to a headset tomorrow, it's cool that they're studying how far can we take this. So cool stuff. And the 2 models, they put out one that has like a flat front and one that has kind of like a dotted front. One's a VR version, one's a mixed reality version. They're just prototypes, but cool to see. I always like these inside looks.
They could scrub it tomorrow too,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it
Could
is
never
weird
become a
that
thing.
they're showing and flexing the field of view.
I feel like that this is to appeal to hardcore users that ask for this feature.
Or is this like just an Apple poke?
This is them to say,
Pook, pook.
oh, maybe this is so that they bait other headset manufacturers to spending money in
Like,
field
oh
of view.
shit, they're already like
Meanwhile, yeah, could be a Trojan
adding that
horse.
much per. Yeah, it's like, come on, dude. No, I mean,
There's stories that during the Cold War we used to leak fake projects to the Soviet Union to get them to waste money. Like, because they would hear that we're working on this, so then they got to, but we never spent a single dollar on it. And that was never even going to lead to anywhere. So you kind of making that argument that that's what this could be. They're just trying to get people off on a false track of funding stuff. But anywhoots, that's funny.
A cool flex nonetheless. And sooner or later we're getting it, but it'll probably be even better. So this one's just weird, man. This is like totally the weirdest thing. If you were asked to describe this experience to someone, you will fall flat. I'm going to admittingly take more from an Upload VR article than I care to, because I haven't played this. I haven't had my hands on it. What I'm talking about is Dreams of Another, where they've titled it Turns Guns into Tools for Imagination. Right off the bat. You're a dude in pajamas, and I shit you not. You're a dude wandering in pajamas. You're in pajamas, and you do a wandering soldier, dreamlike world. Holy Moses! Even if I took word for word what they say it is, it's like a flow of just, I have no freaking clue, dude.
It's like a shooter on a psychedelic trip.
You're not using your guns to kill things. You're using your guns to transform things and create. OMG. Look at this. What do you remember or forget? How do those memories shape us? That's the heart of this title. What the frickin' frick? So you're ever changing stuff. You're going to shoot objects. They change. Nothing's going to feel really, truly real. It says nothing feels truly real when a mass of bubbles transforms into a home or a weary soldier or a carcass of a dead mole. What the hell? So the point of each bullet is to take you closer to your own memories. This is some really...
Sounds like a psychological thriller.
What the heck, dude?
Another feather in the cap of wanting to get PSVR 2s, because I think this is
PSVR 2, yeah. This is like, what the hell, though? I am so intrigued by this.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not even funny, dude.
People like to shit on Sony, but I feel like in this 2025, I feel like it's been their strongest year of good stuff coming. That might sound crazy, but I feel like we're always talking about PSVR 2 titles coming that I want.
It's like you're just mowing I have no clue. This is legit like someone took some psychedelics and was like, oh man, I got a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Even the video. Like, describe this to somebody.
Yeah, no, I can't.
This is intense. I'm jealous.
This is going to be
I'm wicked jealous right now. I want somebody to please tell me.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Upload VR had a 15-minute demo with it. I feel like 15 minutes, you'd be more confused after only playing this for 15 minutes than you went going in.
The size of the article is legit, like in comparison to others. And the whole thing is just...
It looks like a flat screen game, dude.
Kind of does.
But I don't see anything about it being a hybrid. Like,
it's not coming out till October 10th, so...
But this year?
Yeah.
Fuck, dude, it looks good.
Dreams of Another reaches PlayStation VR 2.
This looks like it has potential to be one of the best titles on PSVR 2. Sony's officially showing it off on their YouTube channel. I mean, this could be a big title, dude. I'm interested. I don't know how you feel.
I'm like amazingly interested.
Dreams of Another. What's the developer's name? NQ Games. Oh, it's a Japan-based studio. Wow.
Yeah, okay. Who are known for that artwork too.
I've never. They say it's known for they're known for the Pixel Junk series. Never played. Okay, this one sounds interesting. Won an award, dude.
Bit Summit 2025.
That just happened as well too.
Yeah. Person.
Look, if it's winning awards off, they said thoroughly deserved, right?
Yeah, but my best part, I just want to give credit before I jack it. Alicia Haddock, all the way down, says my only, and I'm just cutting to the last sentence of it. It's my only negative experience from a demo that felt nothing like anything I've experienced before. That's coming from a reporter who's played an awful lot of demos in their life.
By saying it's my only, that means she only had one negative experience.
Pretty
of
much.
The whole thing.
I mean, there's some...
This is a VR reviewer at a convention. So it's not like a casual user.
She does have some personal like feelings about, choice and stuff like that. But to summarize it, yeah.
Did it say you only have one negative experience from a demo? Not bad. For a demo, like not a finished game. Demos, you're supposed to walk away with like, oh, I kind of wish that they... Not supposed to, but a lot of times you walk away going, oh, I'm curious. Like there's still stuff in the works,
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to get my hands on this, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I'm intrigued with how much she had to write about this.
Yeah,
and that is a hard. I'm telling you, dude. This is not like.
No, dude.
What do you compare it to?
I have a feeling if I played this for 15 minutes, like I said, I'd be more confused. Because like that's not enough time for a game like this. I feel.
Oh man, this is intense.
Yeah. No,
It's unfortunate all they got was a 15-minute demo because this would be worthy of a. So how was it? Did you roll credits?
I'm excited. Definitely going to check that out. Hopefully we have PlayStation VR 2s by then.
I wonder if they're going to be at Gamescom.
If anyone knows anyone at Sony, tell them to talk
to
us. We've been looking for them. We've been looking for them. So anyways, jokes aside, my last piece of news. And then I think was that your last one or do you got one more after this? Oh, you got one more. Your last one. Other one's another weird but cool one.
Yeah, I'm a weird guy.
You're a weird guy today.
He's a weird kind of movie. I'm working over here,
So, Dungeon Full Dive. It is a flat screen game on Steam that has optional PC VR support, not on Quest. They had previously said that they had intentions to bring this to standalone VR. However, unfortunately, it came out that the studio behind Dungeon Full Dive is shutting down. And with that, they previously sold a $50 edition of the game that gave you all the tools and stuff in the game, the full RPG toolkit. By the way, I should say what Dungeon Full Dive is. It is this studio's take at bringing D&D to VR. And it was overall very well received. But they sold a $50 GM mode, which would be the equivalent of a Dungeon Master, but GM in this case. That gives you all the tools and you need to really run the campaigns and stuff. They're now going to be giving that away for free this week. Since they're shutting down, they said they're going to keep the servers alive and support them for as long as they can. However, with the news of them closing, the game will no longer be coming to the Quest and there won't be any future updates. So very sad to see that. I think that we need a type of tabletop adventure game like this in VR. And this, I was always excited to hear that they were planning on coming to the Quest, but the GM stands for Game Master Edition as well too.
Okay.
So sad to hear about the studio. It's cool that you can now get the content for free. It's not just going to be lost software that they're just closing off. And
never like to hear the discontinued word.
No, I mean, if anything, so they're closing because they weren't able to get funding. Maybe this reignites some sort of following in them. And
dude, sometimes it takes something.
Somebody comes and buys them.
The world fell apart when Twinkie was done.
Yeah.
People are like, oh no, we can't live without Twinkies.
Who knows? It goes free. The right person with the right investing capability sees the potential, buys it, takes it over. Who knows what happens, but it's cool that they're trying to do their best to support it post-closing, including offering it for free and keeping the servers alive.
Okay.
So sad, always sad to hear.
Especially as long as they're keeping it alive, I guess. Yeah. As long as they can.
And like the game, dude, I wanted it to come to the Quest. I'm sad to hear this, but is what it is.
Okay. So this is one that was weird on like, until I really understood what they were doing. I was like, huh? Are you kidding me? So it's called Putt Window, and it's going to let you use a real putter, real golf putter, and a real golf ball with your Quest 3 using mixed reality. So what it does is it asks you to, obviously use a real putter, use a real ball, and you're going to tap the ball, but have a backing. So the ball only needs to roll a couple of feet. This is where the cool technology comes into play because it is using the pass-through camera access to track your ball in real time using computer vision. So for the first few seconds after you hit the ball, the computer will take over and knows the trajectory, in which case it'll now, your ball's going to hit a little wall in 2 feet or your little cushion, but on your screen, you're going to see your ball roll across the green. The developer claims, he's not a professional golfer, it claims it's accurate enough to be a true practice tool for serious golfers, unquote. I believe that without even trying this yet, because when I would play golf and I would play golf on my flat screen to work on my short game, and then I'd go to the par 3 that we have in a couple of towns over, I would do better consistently by playing just, you know how they get the power meters and shit? I would imagine the power meters when I golfed. I'm like, oh, I don't need to full swing this, or I just need to go There's no doubt. I mean, dude, look at this. And you tap the ball into there just a couple of feet, computer processes the speed and all that, pops it into the cup, can have the hole way out there, but using the club you're familiar with and work on your freaking short game. I don't care if you get to the green in 1. If you can't put it in 2, what's the, it doesn't matter.
And they do suggest putting a real life blocker.
Yeah, that's what I said. You put a backer 2 feet from the ball.
So that way when the ball hits it, it doesn't go flying. And funny, in the article for Upload VR, they wrote, trying out Putt Window in an Airbnb on vacation last week. I'm sure whoever was the Airbnb host is going to love to hear that their guest was hitting golf clubs
just a pillow
and balls. I know, it's just funny to me. I would have left that detail out. I would have just said, I tried it last week.
I would go as far as to get one of the actual little artificial turfs. They make the little 4-foot runners, 6-foot runners for your executive office for when in between meetings you can practice your. But this is perfect, dude.
Yeah.
And if there's variables that'll add like hole deviation,
wind, environmental effects,
man,
terrain.
It really is a learning tool at that point.
Yeah.
No, but if you're telling me I can putt in my office anytime I want,
and there's a virtual environment, you just need a little stopper and a ball and a club.
Need a golf ball and a club.
Yeah, it's a cool concept.
Yeah, I wouldn't play it on like a hardwood floor either.
No,
that would be
carpet.
Fake news.
Like you said, use one of those. The best would be one of those
fake
those office setup ones. Yeah,
just
cool stuff.
That's genius, dude. That's a game changer.
Yeah,
we're about to see golf get a little. People's games are going to improve. I can already tell.
And by the way,
what
that concludes the news, the stuff on the list today. It wasn't the most loaded or anything like that, but we still have fun. We do our best. And to be honest with you, it concludes the news, but there is still one more thing to touch on today, and that is the upcoming games through the rest of July and the few that have been announced for August. There's definitely not a lot yet.
I don't see show games in there.
You don't see, I feel bad that, dude, I don't know if I said this on air or if I told you this privately, but they did a post about one of their workers, their employees.
Showcase.
They called him like the king of vibes or something like that. Dude, just showcasing their employee, doing their thing. I go to the comments. What's the first comment I see? This guy better be working on I Expect You to Die 4. Not like, oh, hey, I'm looking for I Expect You to Die. The word better was used.
Yeah. Oh, no,
this guy better be.
The fan base.
I was like, holy shit. And it was funny to me because we joke about it a lot. Like, you always make the jokes like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That means that they're just hearing it from all fronts. Like, they just tried to do an employee spotlight.
Made me feel a little bad.
Hey, here's this guy.
But not bad enough.
He's a cool guy. He's the vibe king, you know? He better be working on it. I was like, damn, they're hearing it. But yeah, and then you're like, I don't see shell games on this list. I was like, oh man, they can't catch a break.
See, what I'm saying is you get a birthday game. I don't get a birthday game.
Yeah.
I was hoping they still got time to pop in.
There's going to be a lot more coming through August than what's on this list,
see what
I think.
happens.
Yeah. So anyway, carrying us through the remainder of the games through July and through August, we have, I'll split it right before my birthday so you can take my birthday one. How about that? That's a fair compromise. We have Piano Cafe coming out July 30th on the MetaQuest. We have SCP-087, the Stairwell Horror VR, July 30th on PSVR 2. I made sure to take the lead on this one, start, so you didn't have to deal with that mouthful today. I think you've had it the last like 4 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
We also have Skyrunner Drone Hero coming July 31st to the Quest 3 as a full launch. It's available cheaper now in early access than you get the full game at launch. Wanderer, The Fragments of Fate is coming July 31st to Pico. Premier League Player is coming some point in July also to Pico. Running out of days, people. Wanderer, The Fragments of Fate is coming to PC VR, they say, in July, but again, running out of dates, people. And then taking us into August, Hidden Memories of the Gardens Between is coming August 7th to PC VR and the MetaQuest. And then passing it over to you to carry us through.
And I will confirm there will be no game coming out on my birthday.
Yeah.
No, guaranteed.
What?
They don't do Saturday drops.
Oh, yeah. That's fair.
So unless they really want to throw me a bone, you want to keep me inside on my
You want to
birthday.
fuck up your sales for my birthday?
Release it on a Saturday. All right, so we got World War Z VR. Excited for this one. August 12th, PC VR on Quest. Happy birthday. Frost Survival VR. Freaking awesome. August 14th, PC VR on Quest.
Love to see they have a release date now. I'm hyped.
Yep. Hide the Corpse. I got nothing bad to say about that game. Great. Some of the best pre-game videos I've ever seen for a game. Had me wanting it
A spiritual
instantly.
successor to Weekend at Bernie's.
Oh, yeah. Hide the Corpse, August 18th on PSVR 2. You guys are going to love it. Dixotomia, August 21st on Quest. Grit and Valor, 1949, August 21st.
That's right next to your birthday, and that is my most anticipated on this whole list. Oh, actually,
Doesn't
the
count.
next one, too.
PCVR, PSVR 2, and
doesn't
Quest.
count.
That's Grit and Valor, 1949.
It's not the exact
Lot of
date.
hype. Iron Guard Salvation, super excited for that one. It's coming sometime in August 2025 on Quest. No reason that one's not going to do well. And then Ultra Shot Kill Protocol VR coming sometime in August 2025 on PSVR 2.
Dude, some good games on this list. Like
World War Z, dude, I'm stoked for. Frost Survival, I own it, so I'm still stoked. Grit and Valor, on it. And Salvation, I'm on it. Those are my highlights. There's so much.
I know
There's
people
so
often
much.
like to talk about like weak releases and stuff, but like just this list, Skyrunner, the rest of them are like ports to other.
Didn't Clone Drone had an update.
Clone Drone had an update. I have to check it out.
Yeah.
We talked about it last week that it
Yep.
was coming, but now it's out.
Clone
Definitely gonna-
Drone, man. That
I
game's
think theirs
great.
dropped on a Saturday, their update. That was weird. Maybe it did or Friday.
Yeah, solo dev. He does what he wants.
That's not so. It's a full team.
Full team.
Full team.
I was trying to make excuses.
Trying to
Was it a
justify the
Saturday? Was
decision.
it?
Might have been.
It'd be interesting because I
I'll
don't
take a look.
see
It was either
any-
Friday or Saturday. I've never seen it before though.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we're gonna go get ready for a YouTube live. We're gonna hang out with the community. If you're available on Sundays, we've been trying to do them around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Can't say it's always gonna be that time.
Nah.
But if you hang out in our Discord community that we plugged, you can find the latest status updates for them
Like a slob, the whole thing.
of that day. And yeah, come hang out with us on YouTube. We've been putting them out on the audio feed as well too. So if you listen on audio and you listen to those bonus episodes, we label them, you'll hear us shout out people in the live chat. That's we're talking to the chat. We're engaging. Come hang out. Also, don't forget, check out the Discord, the Patreon. Definitely check out the Patreon. Help us keep our lights on. I'm just kidding. Other than that, if you enjoy the show,
I'm not.
subscribe.
I'm not kidding, dude.
Subscribe, rate us 5 stars. I cannot wait to talk about more about our project we have in mind. Also, the 2 events later this year we're working on, especially the streaming orientated one is going to be a lot of fun.
You know, for 2 dudes, I think we're a little crazy.
We hustle. But dude, this streaming one, it's going to
Imagine
be
if
so
we had a
different
team.
from what we usually do. So, stay tuned. Check us out later this week with an awesome Soapstone Comedy Club interview. It was awesome in my eyes. I had fun recording it.
Who doesn't
I think
like
you
to
did
laugh?
too. And other than that, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and we will check you out later this week. Ciao, ciao. Gotta hit him with the finger guns, you know? Oh my God.